Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a beautiful rainy about 10 AM in the morning on Forza Horizon 4. And today, boys, something a little bit different. My top 5 favourite cars in Forza Horizon 4 Part 2. So without further ado, drop a gear, disappear, give the video a like, otherwise you like Forza bumpers, and I'll see you in there. Yeah. Okay, boom, let's get straight into it, and now at no particular order and starting from number 1. At number 1 is this, the 2009 Mini John Cooper Works. Now, this thing is an absolute 360 monster. I pulled off my best 360 in this. As you can see, I was going absolutely nuts. But the thing that draws me to this car is, it's an absolute street demon. Around the city centre, around Edinburgh, boys, this thing grips and grips and grips. Now, with my tune that I've got on it, I've got the front anti-roll bars off. I have not upgraded them, so it's very bouncy when you're turning, but it's also very fun at that. Something that I've realised in my Forza Horizon 4 career and also my racing career on racing games in general, sometimes lower horsepower cars are a lot funner to drive. Trust me on that. High horsepower cars, they're great for, you know, long roads and for racing, obviously. But sometimes it's nice to have a 400 horsepower car. And this is what this has. This has 359 horsepower. Now, I know that's low. I know it's low. But the way you can effortlessly downshift round a corner, rag it round a bend with your foot planted all the way down. And it just turns. It turns and turns and turns. The back end doesn't kick out. You're going at, 110 miles an hour. But it feels like you're doing 180. This thing is an absolute car guy's dream. And I can't stress this enough. If you don't have one, or if you're not too sure about this car, take it from me. The car's like about 50,000 credits, which is absolutely peanuts. Go and get one. Go and get one. I'll be releasing a tune for this tonight. So if you're interested in having my tune on this, it'll be out tonight. Just search Zanchh in the store, and it will come up. But at number 1, the Mini John Cooper Works 2009 with 359 horsepower is an absolute car guy's dream to drive. It's a joy. Trust me on that, and handles very, very well. Moving on to number 2 on today's list, we have to speak about the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. I said that right. 10 points to me. But anyway, this pearl blue beauty. This thing is one of the best sounding cars on this game. Fact, the turbo noise, the engine sound, absolutely gorgeous, and it handles very, very well. If you will have one in your garage, obviously, because everybody gets one. But boys, don't have the Forza Edition one, just get a stock one and upgrade it. This thing sounds amazing. It sounds so good. Handles well. It's a very nice cruising car. Then again, it does have 6 gears, limited to 211 miles an hour, which is a little bit of a bad mark on this car. But the things that make up for it is the sound. It sounds amazing. It's a joy to drive. It handles very well. It is one of the best sounding cars in Forza Horizon 4 in the game, even though we all know that the car sounds aren't great in this game, but this is one of the best sounding cars they've ever added, not even added, one of the best cars they've put in the game. That sounds absolutely amazing. Now, the bad thing about this car is it is limited. We've got 6 gears, top speed 222 miles an hour with a little bit of tuning that I've done, dropping the gear range ratio down. But this thing is a cruiser, it's a handling demon, it handles very well, and it has to make it onto my top 5 list of cars that I really, really do enjoy driving. And I've driven everything, boys, I've driven every car on this game. This stands out to me. It's beautiful, it's effortless, it sounds amazing. And if you don't have one, and if you don't drive it, trust me, don't drive the Forza one, get a normal one, upgrade it, and go have some fun. And the interior is a very nice and welcoming place to be. Big dials in your face, nice steering wheel, little bit of carbon on the left hand side. Why you cannot not like this car. It sounds amazing. Go and drive one. Beautiful machine. Oh, we're going there, boys. Oh shit, we're going there. Let's speak about 2013 now. I would have been 14 years old. Let's speak about a V10. Let's speak about a pioneer of supercars at the time. Let's speak about the Audi R8 V10 Plus, baby. The 2013 model, gunmetal grey. You will not have it any colour. Do not be stupid. Now, my eyes were recently opened back up to this car. I had to make a video a few weeks ago, the best sounding car, something like that. And this was on that list. This thing is an absolute screamer. It screams and screams and screams, revving all the way up to nearly 10,000 RPM. But on this game, what's it like to drive? How does it handle? Driving wise, performance wise, it's up there. 800 and something horsepower, 7 gears, so you can cruise if you want to. Top speed 230 plus miles an hour, so it is an absolute demon. Now handling wise, thing that is very, very unexpected is it handles well. It downshifts on a dime. You can downshift it instantly. The gear responses are fast. The revs are high. It's downshifting to 7,000 RPM, so you're always on the gas. This is what makes this car great in this game. It handles well. It sounds amazing. And also, a plus note, let's speak about this interior. This interior on this Audi R8 is a very, very welcoming place to be. You've got red dials with the red outer trim. You're planted in the cockpit. You can see all the dials moving. You don't have to. You can see the rev gauge fully revving up to 10,000. You can see the middle heads-up display. It's a welcoming place to be. It's a very nice place to be. And if you don't have a 2000 Audi R8 V10 Plus, you are missing out. Go and buy one. Go and upgrade it and go rag it round a few corners, because it is an absolute joy to drive and also eats up the tarmac. But at number 3, this list would not be complete without me telling you to go get an Audi R8 V10 Plus. 2013 model though, not the 2016 model. We'll save that for another day, but that is still a beauty. Moving on. Now, at number 4 on today's list, let's talk about cruising. Let's talk about when, you know, it's 11 PM at night or it's 3 AM, which I normally stay up to anyway. You got your music on, you're relaxing, you're chilling out, you know, you're eating a pizza, you're watching a film on the other monitor, whatever you're doing, and you just want to go for a cruise. What car's the best car to do that in? What car do I have the most satisfaction of just, you know, slightly touching my RT button and just, you know, idling the car along the motorway? It has to be this. It's the Bentley Bentayga. The Bentley Bentayga. There's a few reasons why I picked this car. Why? Well, number 1, it's a massive boat, so you've got a lot of road presence. Secondly, it's very quiet in 8th gear. Very, very quiet indeed. Now, a counteract to that would be the M4 GTS, you know. You got that in 6th gear, but every time you let off the bloody pedal, it fucking sounds like a washing machine. It's gurgling all the time. But in the Bentley Bentayga, you don't have that problem. There's a little turbo flutter, which is very, very satisfying at that. This is such a good cruising car. Honestly, it really, really is. And it's a... well, if you have a steering wheel, go and get this car, because you can literally just tap your gears into 8th gear. You can have one hand on the steering wheel, feeling like a gangster. You got your music on in the background, and you're just going for a cruise. It's a fun car to drive. You know, it does handle like a boat, so handling-wise, it's not all there. Horsepower-wise, it is pretty fast with a top speed of 220-something miles an hour, so it can pull. But the Bentayga's not really for that. It's for 8th gear cruising, and this is what I do all my late night, you know, I'm thinking about whatever is on my bloody mind, but this is the car that I do that in when I just want to come on Forza. I want to come and chill, which I know a lot of you, you know, you feel the same way. You come on Forza sometimes just to go for a drive at night. Why? Because it's relaxing, and because we're petrol heads, and because we love cars. And personally, I find to have the most comfort in the Bentley Bentayga. So if you don't have one, or you don't really drive it, trust me, put it in 8th gear, go for a cruise down the motorway, think about life, you got your songs on, and well, yeah, the Bentley Bentayga has to be on this list, because it's a great cruising car. Quick little bonus car on this list, we've got to speak about the Nissan Silvia Spec R. I'm going to make this quick. Why do we speak about the Nissan Silvia? But boys, it has a boost gauge. It has a boost gauge. That's pretty much the reason why. Boost gauge. I want boost gauge in every car. This car has a boost gauge, so it's on this list. If you don't have one, go drive one. It's got a boost gauge. Bringing us to number 5 on today's list is going to be a DLC monster. Now, which DLC car do you think I'm talking about, boys? Is it the TVR? Is it the Hot Wheels? Don't be ridiculous, my son. The 2018 BMW M5, the first ever all-wheel drive M5 baby. Now, there's a few bad things and there's a few good things. Let's start with the bad news. Now, the 2018 M5 in this game does not handle very well. Boys, it doesn't. If you've driven one, then let's comment down below if you agree with me what I'm about to say here. This thing handles like a piece of paper, and what I mean by that is it feels like it doesn't have a lot of weight behind it. When you're turning around a corner, it seems very, very slidey for some reason. Now, I know in real life, I've been in one, this thing does not handle like that at all. It's very planted, very heavy, and, well, it is very, very heavy at that, so it doesn't handle like it's on, I don't know, rollerblades going around oil. It doesn't handle well in this game, and I don't know why. I don't know whether they messed up the coding or what, I don't understand. It doesn't feel as planted on the ground as it should, and that lets it down in a massive way. Because in terms of ragging it around a corner and dropping a gear and disappearing in the city centre, you can do that because it does have 900 horsepower, but when you come to a bend, oh shit, the tail's gone and I'm into the grass. That's the reason alone why it's not really a great handling car and why I don't really, you know, rag it round a corner, because it's very unstable at high speeds. Now, in real life, again, it's not, and it's a beautiful car, and I just wish they tweaked the handling a little bit. I don't know, make it heavier at the rear end and make it a bit lower. I don't know what they could do to figure out this car's centre of gravity, but it just feels off in this game. Some of you are going to agree, some of you are going to disagree, but boys, as always, there's no need to argue. This is what we do. We talk about cars. This is what petrol heads are. I love vehicles, you love vehicles. We agree, we disagree. But anyway, on to the good things about the M5 in this game. Everything is red and black, and it's such a beautiful combination of colours, and they've done a really, really good job of, you know, mending these colours together. And also, it's got 8 gears, so it is another great cruising car. If you want to smash it in 8th gear and just go for a cruise, then you can do. And that's what makes this M5, the 2018 M5 at that, such a nice place to be. Very beautiful, black trim, red stitching with carbon parts. Beautiful interior, the dials are amazing. You can't, and it's at night it gets even better because everything lights up red and it's very, very pretty. So if you don't have the 2018 M5, this is the DLC car I would suggest you buy. Oh no, wait, you can only get it through Fortune Island, whatever that bloody thing's called. So if you don't have Fortune Island, get it just for the M5 because it's an absolute beautiful car. But don't be really expecting to win any races in it because the handling, for me, in my opinion, is, well, not really. Anyway, boys and girls, that pretty much concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed. You know, this is top 5 part 2 of cars every petrol head, I think, should own in Forza Horizon 4. Let me know if you agreed or disagreed. It's fine to disagree. We can have opinions and we can have an open conversation about it. Why? Because me and you are the same. We love cars, we love engines, we love 95 octane. But anyway, have a beautiful Thursday. Drop a gear, disappear, keep your bank account fat, and I'll see you out there. Yeah, yeah.